Oh my goodness. This right here is amazing. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. And I do hope that you're enjoying your day. So we're back with another experimental snapshot. And I'm sorry for getting this out a day later than I anticipated. I just realized that they opened up on Tuesdays. I expected them to be on Wednesdays. They have made a nice little snapshot update, and it has done some really cool things. I like this little formation here. I've explored a little bit of this world, not too much, and this right here, I don't know how this happened. It's like a ravine cut into a Badlands biome. But we'll be talking about some of the updates that they've done. The first thing is microbiomes, which I think this area, it looks like there might be one in this, oh, like this little like mountains area. So microbiomes are small biomes that will show up in areas. Because of how these snapshots are formatted, I just missed that last time. But they have made them a little bit smoother from some of the content I've seen. Those microbiomes used to be like one chunk, but now they're more like this, where it's kind of like it's just a random small mountain in the middle of a valley, or a mountain in the middle of a desert. That actually looks really nice. I like that. Like, it looks really natural and like a mountain chain. That's cool. Like, I don't know how they figured out how to do that, but whatever they did there, it landed right. But yeah, so they've updated some of that with this snapshot. Another feature, and you can't see it here because I always turn off my clouds, but that is, they did raise the cloud limit very recently from, I believe it's like 128 to like 200 something, or yeah, they raised it a pretty substantial amount due to the update. But that's not the only update they've done. So first off, let's talk biomes. So they've updated the names of some biomes. Mountains are now extreme hills, and gravelly mountains are now gravelly hills because of the new mountains that are coming in, and they wanted to avoid confusion with those. In addition to that, they have improved several biomes and added a couple. So first off, they've added in the biome the ice spikes. So if we just click on this, I think that somehow it got like removed or something within the time frame for these snapshots, which is not shocking. These are very experimental snapshots. But if we load this in, first off, we get a really weird igloo. Maybe need to work on some structure. Sorry, this is funny to me. But there should be some little like spires of ice in this region as the terrain loads in. Now then again, this might be a faulty biome and things just are broken. The other biome that they added in, I believe it's what we spawned at, which was the eroded Badlands. That has been added back in. This is really interesting. And they have improved several features of terrain generation. One of the additional features is that the underground structures will interact less with the surface, but like what we saw earlier, where we had several of those kind of structures spawning, they do still have a slight chance too, which is really nice and really useful, and I think is overall of great benefit. This is definitely another microbiome, so I don't think it has any of those ice spikes. Let's try. Okay, see now it's like 88 blocks away. So this right here is an ice spikes biome, but I don't think it's a good one. So we probably won't be able to find one of those today. Although I do like this little cave, which the new improved cave entrances, like, this looks more natural. This looks more natural. See a glow squid sitting in a waterfall. That's hilarious. The next thing is that they have made, quote, happier swamps, which, let's go ahead and locate one of those. Locate biome swamp. And yeah, so they've made them, quote, happier. I don't really know what that means. But like swamps are flatter, they've also done some things with like terrain generation to make it smoother and increase the number of flat areas that spawn. So this is the first time of me seeing a swamp like this, and This is probably not the best example of a good swamp, but we're gonna kind of fly in. I mean, the color does seem slightly different, I guess. Just a little bit. And there definitely is a little bit more smoothness to it. And some more intriguing formations. This is definitely experimental, like you can tell. But, yeah, that is interesting. As well as some janky sheep. Yeah, so they've made areas a little bit flatter. Or it's possible for flatter zones to occur. Okay, I see what they're meaning by the swamps being happier, possibly. They're a little bit better to traverse, because used to, it was all just this type of structure, which honestly was kind of terrible and made swamps kind of unfun. But then you get, like, areas like this that are just this really flat zones, and like over here, really cool. This is a nice seed. I like it. I mean, sadly, this seed will probably not exist in the next... I don't recognize the structure. Is this a normal structure? Let me know down in the comments if you recognize this structure from vanilla Minecraft. But they might be doing some tweaks to structures too that they're not telling us about. The next thing that we should probably mention is the spawning of blocks. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to show y'all because it's gonna take a minute. But they have increased the amount that the ore veins are gonna show up. And they've also added the ability for the emeralds and some of the other blocks that are supposed to spawn like infested stone to start spawning in the higher areas. As well as like a new highly specialized type of mountain. They're actually asking questions to the regard of how high mountains should be and if the possibility of having a mountain that goes to the new height limit or to the old height limit. As well as this cool looking... I just love this. Like, if I could just have a video where I'm just looking at this terrain, I might do that actually, is just have a video where we are looking at this terrain. But like, look at that crescent. It almost makes a perfect peninsula. Like, that is cool. Or no, it does almost make it a peninsula. Like, it is surrounded on all four sides. That makes it almost an island, I should say. Which is really cool, like, because it's kind of like a little bit of swampiness and a little bit of flat area. I do think they could tone down the flatness slightly, but I don't think they need to do much. Like, I'm talking 1% change. So, minor, not huge. The next thing is they have added a performance improvement when it comes to sand and gravel. So, as you guys would know from my survival and things, and typically when you go to like a desert, like if we go over here to like this cave-ish, like some of the cave areas, typically you would see, typically you would see sand kind of floating, but you'll notice there is more sandstone spawning under it. That is an intentional decision, as because of all the new blocks that they're adding, all the space they're adding, it was causing performance problems during generation because the sand and gravel would start falling during world generation. So they did add that to reduce performance lag, which I agree with, and it does make a lot of sense. And now we will finalize this with probably the more controversial and probably the biggest change that they've done to Minecraft, which is still light related, and it's related to the spawners. So if I just go ahead and give myself a spawner. So if I give myself a spawner, so used to, spawners would work up to light level 7, then they were light level 0, and now they're light level 11. So they've actually made spawning rooms more of a challenge. Because as they've stated, and I completely agree, they've kind of not been a challenge for a while. Minecraft has improved so much that it's not a challenge anymore. And that is not a good thing. Now, do I think that light level 11 was the best decision? Probably not. I personally think that they could have gone for something a bit better. But I guess we'll also just have to see what their decision is. Because we're not the ones who are making the game. And we're not the ones to make the final decisions. But we should voice our opinion. So make sure to go on to Twitter. By the looks of it, the developer Sliced Lime seems to be the one in charge of the Experimental Snapshot. So informing him of what you think is the best decision might be of benefit because it would help him gauge, know, and adjust the direction of development while it's still kind of in its early stages. And so major changes like this, they're major. Make sure to tell people. Make sure to let him know. So we're still not quite to light level 11. I'm gonna add like 2 more layers, I think. Yeah, we'll just add like 2 deep on all sides so that we can get some creeper spawns, you know. But yeah, that is kind of the most controversial thing. And I guess we'll now just talk a little bit about the channel and about these videos. So I do like snapshot videos, do not get me wrong. But I also realized this week I put a little bit more effort than I need to in them. For one, because of, you know, the fact that I have a job and stuff. So I can't spend like 3 hours prepping a snapshot video. The other thing is, if I spend less time on them, I get them out sooner, which means that more of you are probably going to watch them. That's not like I want more views, it's just that it's the truth. I want people to watch my content, yes, but I want them to watch it well and be able to enjoy it. And YouTube's not going to suggest this video after like 24 hours from a snapshot release. That's interesting. I'm going to like destroy some of these blocks so they have some spawning space. They may not have enough spawning space to actually spawn, so they may not spawn at all, which is fine. But yeah, that is where we are at as far as these videos. And I do hope that you guys are enjoying this. I'm gonna try to improve the quality of them, and we'll just see. You might also be hearing different music on the channel, as I've discovered a DMCA free channel from the streamer Harris Heller, and I've actually got it set up to where it can automatically play in the background here, so I can enjoy the music that you guys are listening to now, which will probably change how I do videos a little bit, but not like terribly. But yeah, I do hope that you guys have enjoyed so far. This is Negative Light signing out, and God bless y'all.